Did I not tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that facts do not give a flying crap about our feelings? And I thought to myself, you know what? The facts showed that my answer was incorrect. And even after spending 50 attempts on it, and I spent days on the thing back in the day, and the teachers couldn't solve it, no one else could solve it. Helen from GoFundMe, it was her problem, and she's a GoFundMe member, so I said, I'm gonna solve it. I spent hours and hours and hours trying to solve the problem. And I kept getting the wrong answer, and then I finally got the right answer. I put it on scope, and then it turns out, after looking at the scope again, someone, it was actually Helen, picked out that I made a mathematical error, and so I had the wrong answer again. And I was spewing. And I spent the last 2 days going over it and over it and over it. And it's such a simple problem. I spent the last 2 hours again going over the problem. Because like I said, I want the facts. I don't care about my feelings, right? I don't give a damn about my ego or no ego. I made a mistake. I got it wrong. I'm going to figure it out, the bastard. And I figured it out. Awesome. That's what I mean. That's determination, everyone. That's how you do it. That's how you find the problems. And actually, well, that is a problem. That's how you solve the problems. All right. The question was, what is the chance of Gary being a co-captain? Just to refresh your memories, right? And we had 4. Pompous City was trying to tell you. I think he did. He's like, you finally got it, you stupid human. All right. There were 4 women and 5 men in the softball team. That is 9 people in the softball team, right? Now, what is the chance of Gary being a male being selected as co-captain, right? Not either captain or co-captain, just co-captain, right? So that was one thing I missed in the question. Now, if you look at the last lecture I did on the probability, 90% of it is correct. So everything right up to the solution is correct. But what I did was I kept going through it. And so what I did was I wrote out every single possible outcome. And there are 72 possible outcomes. And let me show you what they are, right? Here they are. Right? So let's put them down and I will show you what they are. So you've got, out of the 4 females, you could have a female, the first female as captain, and then either 2, 3, or 4 as co-captains. So right there, that's 1, 2, 3 possibilities, right? Then, but you could have the second female as captain, and then female 1, 3, and 4, one of those as co-captains. That's another 3 possibilities. Same deal with female 3 and female 4, right? So already that is 12 possibilities that do not include men, okay? Next one, we've got here, female 1, and now it could be one of the men. Female 2 could be one of the men as co-captains. Female 3 as captain, one of the men as co-captains. Female 4 as captain, one of the men as co-captains, right? So on the women's side, there's 32 options, 20 for male, 4 for Gary, right? Because Gary's only 1 out of those males. So there's 4 chances of Gary winning out of these 32, right? Now 4 out of 32 is 1/8, all right? So let's just recap. On the female side, if a female wins to become captain, the chance of the co-captain being Gary is 4 out of all of the 32 possible outcomes, which is 1/8. He has a 1 in 8 chance if a female is captain, right? On the female side, exactly. All right. So then I went to the male side. Now, here it is. You can have male 1, right, as captain, and then you could have any of the other males as co-captain, right? So once again, this is now 4 possibilities. And the same thing with male 2 and male 3 and male 4 and male 5, right? So there's 4 for each. So there's 20 possibilities. But there's also the chance of a male becoming captain and then female becoming captain, right? So that's male with female. That's 4 possibilities. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Another 20 possibilities. So in total, it's 40 options, right? So we have 40 options with a male as captain, and you could either have a male as co-captain, another male, or a female as co-captain. So when you add up the 2 sections, when you have either a female as captain or male as captain, and all the options underneath as co-captain, the total is 72 options. So then the chance of Gary, you would think the chance of Gary of becoming co-captain, right, is actually 1 out of 4 because there's only 4 guys left. Well, that's where you're wrong, right? So 1 in 4, and there were 40 options, right? So 40 options, 1 in 4 makes it 1 in 10, right? So a quarter of 40 options is 1 in 10 and plus 1 in 8. 1 in 8 plus 1 in 10. You would think it's 1 in 72. That's exactly what we were getting all the time. I'm like, what is going on? I finally figured it out. What happens if Gary becomes captain? I never thought of that option. If Gary becomes captain, then he can't be co-captain, can he? Because he's already the captain. So you have to take out the chance that he becomes captain. So you are ahead of me, my dear. All that time, one little bloody bastard of a little freaking trick in the question, the bastards. All right. So the chance of him becoming captain, well, what is the chance? Well, the chance is if it's a female who's elected captain, then he can't become captain. So that's all those 32 options we spoke about are wiped out, 32 out of the 72. But there's 40 left. There could be a male as a captain or with a male co-captain, or male as captain and female as co-captain. There are 40 possibilities. 2 of those could be Gary. He could be, look at this. Imagine if Gary is M1. So that means he could be captain, and then he can't be co-captain because he's already captain. Or he could be captain here with the females, right? And he's a captain, right? So that is 2 options out of how many options in total? How many options in total? 72. 2 out of 72 options has Gary as captain, which is 1/36. So the chance of Gary as co-captain is 1/8 plus 1/8, not 1/10, because there are 2 options where Gary is not even in the thing, right? Because he's captain. So 1/8 plus 1/8 minus 2 out of 72. And I'll show you what it looks like in a Venn diagram. Right? It's like this. It's like this, right? You've got here is the chance of Gary being co-captain, and here's another chance of Gary being co-captain, and you have to take out the middle bit because there he could be captain. You see? So when you do that, what is the answer? The answer is 2/9, or 22.22%, which is exactly the answer. We finally solved the problem. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Man, I feel so much. You have no idea. Like, I'm behind now in uni, but I was so determined to get that, man. I'm not going to let it go. We did it. 22.22%. 2/9 is the chance of Gary being selected as co-captain. Bitches. We did it. Pompous was like, I sold it last week, you loser. All right, guys. Absolute pleasure to see you. This is me spending time in the sun. Miss Fransman, lovely to see you. Everyone, have a beautiful day, and bitches. Until next time, Gabversity, where facts really, as we have demonstrated, care about our feelings as much as Pompous does, which is 0. All right.